More about the man this morning. Police are saying took 4 people hostage inside of a Colleyville temple Saturday. Federal law enforcement officials have now identified that man as Malik Faisal Akram, a 44-year-old British citizen.
Tonight, the search for answers about why a British man took hostages at a Colleyville temple is a case with international intrigue.
Our investigation will have global reach. We have been in contact already with multiple FBI legats to include Tel Aviv and London.
British counterterrorism police announcing tonight they've detained 2 teenagers for questioning in connection with the investigation.
While the media searched in Britain, they immediately let CAIR off the hook at home.
But in a news conference today,
the perpetrator was not from here and certainly does not represent us or anything we stand for.
the DFW Council on American Islamic Relations, which has campaigned for Siddiqui's release, and Siddiqui's own attorney said the hostage taker does not speak for Siddiqui's cause and they had no contact with the man. Law enforcement officials tell NBC5 Akram wanted one thing: the release of Aafia Siddiqui, a Pakistani scientist who's been called Lady Al-Qaeda. She's currently held in federal prison in Fort Worth after her conviction for firing shots at U.S. troops while being questioned in a counterterrorism investigation in Afghanistan. Her conviction has sparked protests from groups who believe she was wrongly convicted, including one protest outside the Fort Worth prison last fall.
The Council on American Islamic Relations has waged a very public campaign to free Aafia Siddiqui, and the group says it does stand in solidarity with the Jewish community. In fact, the executive director of the Dallas-Fort Worth chapter of CAIR condemns what happened, calling it wrong, heinous, and, quote, something that is completely undermining our efforts to get Dr. Aafia released. But take a look at this event that was held by CAIR's Texas chapter just 2 months ago to support her release from federal prison. The Facebook event was billed as Injustice Dr. Aafia in November. It featured CAIR's Texas leader, along with Siddiqui's lawyer, and controversial activist Linda Sarsour. There have also been rallies held in New York, Washington, Boston, and Texas demanding that she be released.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing us. What are we doing to stand for our sister, for her family, for all those victims of the United States war of terror against the Muslim world? She is another victim of the U.S. war of terror.
And our faith has been assaulted when Aafia was assaulted. Our religion, our book, our faith was desecrated when she was tortured. And our prophet is disappointed because we have not done enough for her.
Is it possible that this guy in the synagogue was inspired by this global campaign to free her?
It's certainly possible.
But in a news conference today,
I want to state clearly and unequivocally that we do not know this individual.
According to this report from the Network Contagion Research Institute, CAIR did have a connection to this story. The Free Aafia movement was largely dormant until CAIR started an intense Twitter campaign. This graph shows tweets with the term Aafia spiked just hours before Akram made his fatal decision. CAIR was part of this campaign on social media. They were a central hub in the distribution of tweets, and the most shared tweets contained a link to CAIR's website. They partnered with the Aafia Foundation. The Aafia Foundation wrote a prayer on Facebook for Anas Haqqani, a leader of the Haqqani Network, a designated terrorist group affiliated with Al-Qaeda and responsible for the deaths of American soldiers and Afghan civilians. The TV stations knew. This reporter said there was chatter before the attack. That would be CAIR's activity, information that TV did not share with the public.
in the days before the temple attack, there was more chatter about Siddiqui's case on social media, as supporters posted concerns about Siddiqui's mother.
The incitement didn't happen on TV this time. It happened on social media, and it was a Muslim that got hurt. But maybe next time it will be an innocent person that gets hurt. We know that CAIR regularly, systematically, consistently, and increasingly attacks people on TV every month. Eventually, they will inspire someone to physically attack one of CAIR's targets.